Have you ever wondered if you could create a whole podcast? I'm talking multiple speakers, a full script, the works, just by typing a few sentences? And what if it used a perfect AI clone of your own voice? Well, it's not sci-fi anymore. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how this whole thing works.
Okay, so first things first, I want you to listen to this clip from a podcast. Pay really close attention to the host's voice. Just listen. Okay, what's your gut reaction? Does that sound like a real person to you?
So let's just ask it straight up. Was that voice human or was it AI? What do you think?
Yep, if you guessed AI, you are absolutely right. That was a 100% AI-generated voice cloned from a real person. The tool behind it is called Podgorilla. So the big question is, how in the world is that even possible? Let's dive in.
So, everything, and I mean everything, starts with this one critical step. You have to create a digital twin of your own voice. This is the bedrock for the entire process.
And here's the wild part. It's shockingly simple. You know, you'd think this would require hours in a professional studio. Nope. You just give your voice a name, upload one clean MP3 file of you talking, hit submit, and that's it. The AI takes it from there. The barrier to entry here has just, well, it's basically gone. Okay, there is one little thing to keep in mind. The tool itself doesn't have a recorder built in, so you do have to provide your own audio file. And the source material is really clear about this. Quality is key. The better your original recording sounds, the more believable your AI voice is going to be. It's that classic garbage in, garbage out situation.
All right, so you've got your AI voice twin. It's ready to go. Now what? How do you actually get it to, say something and create a whole podcast episode? Well, that's where the script generation magic happens.
The whole process is actually super straightforward. First, you set up what they call a show. Think of it like a folder for all your episodes. Then you start a new episode, you pick your clone voice to be the host, and then, this is cool, you can actually choose an AI guest from a whole library of different voices. The last step? You just give it a topic.
And this is where it gets really powerful. You don't have to sit there and write out a whole script. You can just type in a simple idea, or you can just paste in a link to a YouTube video or a news article, and the AI will analyze that content and build the entire conversation around it.
I mean, just look at this. On the left, you've got a super basic one-sentence prompt. And then on the right, the AI takes that and spins it into this warm, conversational, ready-to-go podcast intro. It's not just stating facts, it's creating a genuine-sounding dialogue.
But of course, AI isn't always going to get it perfect on the first try. So what happens when you read the script and think, that's not quite right? The good news is, you're not stuck with it. That script is just your starting point.
This is so important. You can just click right into the script and start typing. Change a word, rewrite a sentence, add a personal story, anything. It's literally as easy as editing a text document. You have total control.
And for the bigger edits, there's this amazing Ask AI feature. The source material gave this perfect example. The AI made up a guest who was in the fitness industry, and the user didn't like it. So they just typed, basically, hey, change my guest to a business person. And boof, the AI rewrote the whole dialogue to fit the new persona. And it's not just about the main conversation. You can add all the professional trimmings, You can manually pop in new lines, drop in your standard intro and outro music cues, and even place your ad reads exactly where you want them. You're building the whole shebang.
So after you've tweaked and polished and the script is looking perfect, you hit the generate button. And that's when the AI reads your entire finalized script and produces the audio file with both your cloned voice and the AI guest. The final product, ready to go.
But hold on, because it doesn't just stop with an audio file. I think the real magic here is what you can do next. How you can take that one piece of audio and splash it all over the internet.
For any creator out there, this is a massive time saver. With just a click, it can turn that podcast audio into videos already formatted for every social media platform. You need a square one for Instagram? Done. Vertical for TikTok? Got it. Horizontal for YouTube? Easy. It even adds cool stuff like those moving audio wave graphics to make it pop.
Okay, and then there's this, which the source pointed out, and it's kind of a mind-blowing bonus. There's another tool that takes your final audio, transcribes the whole thing, and then it writes an entire SEO-optimized blog post about it. We're talking title, tags, meta description, the works, all from your audio.
So when you pull all these pieces together, man, it paints a really fascinating kind of wild picture of where content creation is headed. Let's just step back and recap what this all means.
So just think about this workflow. It all starts with your voice and a single idea. From that point on, the AI steps in as your scriptwriter, your co-host, your audio producer, your video editor, and even your blog writer. It's like having an entire automated content studio in your pocket.
And that leads us to this really big question. When AI can handle the scripting, the voicing, the production, the repurposing, what is our new job as creators? Are we no longer the performers, but instead the directors, the editors-in-chief? Or are we simply the big idea people at the very beginning of the assembly line? It's definitely something to think about.